In this chapter, we're going to look at the circulatory system and transport an animal. We have two types of circulatory system. We have single circulatory system, like we have in fish. In fish, look, the heart is here, then the blood moves around the body, then it goes to the gills, it gets new oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide, then it goes back in one circle around the body. So this is single circulatory system. We have like the heart pumps blood to the lungs. First it goes to lungs, then from the lungs it gets oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide and gets back to the lungs, then the heart pumps it to all parts of the body. So the movement takes place like in two circles. So here, like you have the body, so the movement takes place like in two circles. So here, like you have the heart, and here you have the lungs. Let's say these are the lungs. Okay, the lungs. Okay, now the heart pumps the blood to the lung, gets new oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide, then it gets back to the heart, then the heart pumps it to all parts of the body, then it goes back to the heart, then goes to the lungs. That is why it is double. So double circulatory system, because it goes to the lungs, then back to the heart, then the heart pumps it to all parts of the body. Unlike fish, in fish you have, this is the heart, it goes around the body in one circle and gets back to the heart. So this is single like in fish and double like in human. Here now we know the type of circulatory system. We're going to look at the heart. And here, this is the heart. The heart, the structure and the anatomy of the heart. If you look here, it has 4 chambers. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 upper. This is the upper 2 chambers. This is the left atrium and this is the right atrium. And then we have 2 bottom chambers. We have, this is the left ventricle and the right ventricle. So the heart has 4 chambers separated by this muscle. It is septum. This muscle separates the right from the left. This is the left side of the heart and this is the right side of the heart. So this is the left and this is the right. The heart has pulmonary arteries, it has aorta, it has veins, arteries. It has 2 pulmonary arteries, this one and this one. So it is 2. Why? Because we have 2 lungs. Everyone goes to one lung. Also we have 2 vena cava. This is vena cava. So we have 2. One goes from the lower part of the body and one from the upper parts of the body. Now we're going to look at the heart and questions that can be about the heart. First type of questions, we need to know the type of blood in a chamber. So what type of blood is in this chamber? Maybe you have numbers A, B, B. Let's say C, here D, here E, this F, let's say this is G, this is whatever numbers here. Now questions, what type of blood is in part A? It is oxygenated. Oxygenated. What type of blood in part D? It is deoxygenated. Oxygenated. And what is the function of part A? The function, it pumps blood to the lungs. What is the function of part B? It pumps blood to all parts of the body. Now why this wall, the wall of this, if you look here, The wall of the left ventricle is thicker than the wall of the right ventricle. Why? Question mark. Why is it thicker? Because this side of this part of the heart pumps blood to all parts of the body, so it needs to have more pressure to pump the blood to all parts of the body, but this side of the heart pumps only the blood to the lungs, and the lungs, it is close to the heart, it's not that far from the heart, so it doesn't need that much of pressure like the left side of the heart. Now another question can be about these valves. Okay, what is the name of this valve? Which valve stops the blood flowing back to the left atrium? Now this is the bicuspid valve. It doesn't allow the blood to go back to this chamber. Also the same about this, so you be careful of such questions. Now we're going to label the heart. So here, this is the right atrium, this is the left atrium, this is the right ventricle, and this is the left ventricle. Here, this is valve, and this is another type of valve, and valves work like a gate which allow blood only to enter, doesn't allow it to go back. Like in supermarkets and in some malls, you have door like this one. It allows you only to enter to the mall. It doesn't allow you to go. If you want to go, you have another door. So, and from this door, you can only enter. You cannot go back. So valves have like the same job. So they allow you only to enter, do not allow you to go back. So you need to know the names of these valves here. This valve is that tricuspid valve. This valve here is that bicuspid valve. This is semilunar valve, and this is also semilunar valve. You need to know these names. And this is the septum. Then this is the pulmonary artery, and this is the aorta, and here this is the pulmonary vein. If you have pulmonary, it means lung. So if anything has something to do with the lungs, so this because it comes from the lungs, it is called pulmonary, and this because it goes from here to the lung, we call it pulmonary artery. So now, what type of blood we have here? Look, veins and arteries. Okay, so veins carry deoxygenated blood, except pulmonary artery carries oxygenated blood. The same is the case with pulmonary artery. All the arteries carry oxygenated blood, except pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood. So you need to just focus about this thing here. So now we're going to look at this is the vena cava, which sends the blood to the right atrium. And now we're going to look at the movement, the action of the heart, how it pumps blood, and the order, the flow. So this is the heart, it keeps pumping blood. Here we have another diagram which is better. We're going to look at it. Now you need to order the flow of blood. For example, here we have the lungs here. Let's say here, this is the lungs. Okay, here is the lungs. Now, if you have a question, order the flow of blood starting from the lungs. So from the lungs, the lung, then two, it goes to the pulmonary vein. Then from the pulmonary vein, it enters to the left atrium. Then it goes to the left ventricle. Then it goes through the aorta to all parts of the body. Let's say body cells and tissue. Now back, it goes through the aorta through the vena cava, then goes to the right atrium, then goes to the right ventricle, then it goes through the pulmonary artery to the lungs. So you have the names of these. Then you need to order them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had the same like in the applied knowledge. So you need to know the flow and the order of the flow of the blood. And that is about this part. Until next video. Ciao.